Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Rachel of Gathered Plans. I have this beautiful Noel kit from Crafts by Towie. I do have a code for her linked below as well. This one is in silver, and I think you had the choice of getting this in gold or silver. But I'm using this kit for the Secret Santa planner collab that Lauren of Plan created and put together. Thank you so much for doing this, Lauren. Such a cute and creative collab. Also, this is going to be a giveaway. So this kit in gold is going to be gifted to the winner. So this is going to only be open in the US, not internationally. I apologize. But go ahead and comment giveaway below if you're interested. I will probably have a full prompt in the description, so just check that out. I just can't think on the whim right now of what I want to do. But with that being said, Lauren, Tay, Kiara, and Nicole are all a part of this collab. Was so thankful to be a part of a collab with these amazing ladies, and I will have all of their social media posted in the description bar below, so be sure to follow them. I'm sure you all already do. I cannot wait to see who everyone's Secret Santa is. So if you follow us on Instagram, you might have seen in our stories or our post that the point of this collab is we each drew a name randomly, and that person is our Secret Santa. So we have to do a spread that is inspired by them. And I totally still did things that I would do as well. I didn't make it completely like that person's spread, but I pulled in some techniques that that person does and things like that. So with that being said, this kit is really not like what I normally would have picked out. You guys know, like, pink and mint is not like something I would normally gravitate towards, but I certainly have been more open to different colors and styles throughout the years. But this kit is absolutely stunning, and Tao did an amazing job. I could have been fine with just 3 deco sheets because the way she did her deco add-on was so good. That's why I will have a leftover for the giveaway as well, so be sure to enter, like I said earlier. But I cannot wait to see who everyone's person is, their Secret Santas. I am so excited to watch all the plan with me's and see everything come to fruition. And this is a surprise for all of us as well. So we won't know until the videos are posted too. So I can't wait. I'm going to be overwhelmed. Like, I won't even know where to start. But yeah, I had such a fun time doing this. It was certainly challenging because, it's not like, I feel like a lot of the styles are trending, so it's easy to kind of look similar to other people. But I think some of the techniques are so specific and out of my comfort zone that I did kind of have to stop myself from reverting to like my old ways. And you'll see throughout the spread of what I mean. But I don't know. I made a whole thing out of it, like I always do, because I overanalyze everything. And I wanted to really challenge myself, which I really did. But I hope I did a good job. That's all. I just hope I did my Secret Santa justice because I adore her. So let's just fingers crossed. But anyways, a lot of my accents and like garlands and trims and everything like that are from Sadie Sticker's $2 Tuesdays. I am pulling in some other branches and accents from Honey Inked as usual, but I'm obsessed with these snowflake trims. They turned out so good. I'm kind of jumping around from fall to winter. You'll see that. But of course, I'm going to catch up on my fall spread still. I know the official week of winter isn't for another week or something like that, the 21st. I don't even know what day it is. Is that in a week from now? a week or two? But I am still going to be catching up on fall spreads, but I really am looking forward to winter spreads. I adore and love like silver. I think it's so good. That's kind of what made me choose the silver kit over the gold. I was going back and forth so hard. I could not decide, but I elected to just go ahead and use silver because I think I used gold so much over the summer. I'm kind of like over it, and I just wanted to do something that was something like different that I don't do all the time. I also feel like silver is very feminine and light, and I feel like I got the kind of look I was going for. So I'm obsessed with these, by the way. These are from the Pretty Pink Co. I got them last year and I didn't get to use them because I think I was already almost done with some of my like holiday spreads at that point, but I was really happy to finally use them this year. So with that being said, we all have questions to answer. If you have any questions about where any of the stickers are from or anything like that, go ahead and comment below. But I'm just using like the things that came with the kit to do my usual sidebar here. I did try to make the sidebar pretty like simple. You guys might be able to figure out at this point who my person is. Only one person guessed it right on my Instagram post. So with that being said, my Secret Santa is Nicole of 20 Something Planner. I had to go and look at all of her spreads and her Instagram, her pictures, watch a ton of her YouTube videos to catch up again and kind of like remind myself of things and techniques that she does. I love her videos. I watch them all the time, but I certainly had to learn and practice, and I felt like I was in class, like trying to study things that she did. You know, it's one thing to watch it for fun, but then to go and try to plan and pull inspiration from that person is like a whole nother beast. So yeah, my secret Santa is Nicole. So hey, Nicole. Okay, so I really wanted to just keep things simple. And I know like the official week or start of December was the previous week, but I didn't know what to do at the bottom of the sidebar here. And so what I did was use a fancy box. I think Nicole uses a lot of like fancy boxes or things like that that come with the kit in her sidebar. So I definitely wanted to pull some inspiration for that. I hope I'm not like shooting myself in the foot and I'm not completely wrong or off, just because this was really challenging. I had such a hard time. I don't know why. I know she pulls in a lot of deco as well and just like fancy boxes that come with the kit in the sidebar. So, but she also keeps it very simple. So the whole thing that I struggled with, you guys, was using a lot more white space than I normally do. Because if you have watched me and you've seen my spreads on Instagram, they're busy. There's a lot going on all the time. There's not a lot of white space. I mean, there is white space, but there's tons of accents, tons of florals, tons of deco, etc., and not a lot of space between different things I mark in the columns. So that was like a major, major thing I pulled from her, simply because ever since I started watching Nicole in like 2017, you guys, 2017, 4 years ago, I remember her style is just very like simple. I know she doesn't use a ton of like accents everywhere like I do. Like there's a lot more white space and it's just very clean and simple. And I've always admired that about her. I just don't know how to chill. Like I just don't know how to like calm it down. So it was so hard. Like I had to pull back. I'm like, this is too much. There are too many accents. Let me take away a snowflake. There's so much going on. I did try to still do some things that I personally normally would do. But I totally still struggled because I had to remind myself, like, Rachel, you are doing a collab. You're trying to do something that's inspired by somebody else. Like, calm down. And yeah, it was challenging. I'm sure the other girls were challenged as well. Even though, like, I feel like trends are very similar, there are still certain techniques that are specific to certain people. So that was challenging. And here's another thing that I struggled doing. Nicole does not write on camera. If you watch her, you know this. I think she does maybe once in a blue moon, but she'll show the writing afterwards, but she does not write on camera. And I tried to do that and I messed up so many times throughout this whole video. I'm like, oh crap. I'm not supposed to write down anything yet. I need to like put the stickers down first and then write down. I wanted to do that because that's something that is very, very specific, I feel like, to her and her style of YouTube videos, because I've watched her for so long that I know this. And it definitely was a challenge to break my habit. You'll see that I actually broke the habit and went back to my old ways. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? So yeah, that was really interesting and really hard for me to do. But I still write, like you'll see here, I think she skips this whole part where she doesn't even write on camera, but she'll write off camera and then you'll see the writing in the next clip or something like that. But this was challenging to edit, so I was like, yep, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, so the next question is, when did you start watching their YouTube videos? I actually went back to my personal YouTube account. Like I got off of my planner account to see the very first video I ever watched from Nicole, and it was specifically November 19th, 2017. And I know this because that was over a year after I first purchased a Erin Condren, and I kind of went down the rabbit hole because I was just using the Erin Condren functionally, and I was kind of dabbling in some videos on YouTube, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? Like, what is going on? What are these people doing? What are stickers? Why are people using stickers? Like, what happened to just pen and paper? Like, I don't understand. And then I just went down this rabbit hole, and she was certainly one of the first people I watched on YouTube as well. So this is super nostalgic. But this Plan With Me that I watched, she was using a Sadie Stickers kit, and she also PR'd for Sadie Stickers too at the time. And I just think it's so insane to see like the old Erin Condren format with the colored headers, the super large month, and like the flags in the corner. Like it is not cute. Like looking back at that, I was like, oh gosh, that format was like, we've come a long way, friends. We really have. But when I played the video, I was like, oh my gosh, Nicole like still sounds exactly the same. Like her video technique and like her her like her intro, everything is very, very similar from even just 4 years ago. So great job, Nicole, for consistency. Good job. Like seriously, I cringe watching some of my first videos. I just can't. Like I'm not even, no thank you. So that's when I started watching her videos, was 4 years ago. So it's crazy. I will be doing YouTube officially for 3 years this coming March, and I can't believe, like that's insane. Okay, the next question is, what's something they do in their planner spreads that you love? Something that I've always loved, and I think I touched on this a little bit earlier, is that she does a lot of white space, especially some of her original spreads. She always has more white space than some of the, YouTubers I watch and other planners I watch, and I love that she can do that. I have no idea how she does it. It's just so simple and clean, and I always admire this about her, but I just have no chill. Like I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. Like I'm just like, I can't believe I have to sit here and be super aware that I need to chill and not be overly crazy. But I also I just love that. I love how simple her stuff is, and it's just so clean and simple, and I've always admired that about her spreads. And I always tell myself, let's try to do like a more simple white spacey spread, and then I start planning and I just completely forget that I even tried to do that. So that is something that I really admire about her spreads. Okay, was there something you tried to duplicate from their spreads or style that looks great when they do it but you struggled with? Okay, so this is something that's like really specific, but Nicole uses a lot of the boxes that come with the kit. I don't feel like she supplements too much of her spreads with boxes and fancy boxes outside of what the kit offers, and I really struggled with that. I tried to intentionally only pull in what the kit offered, and thankfully I was using a Crafts by Towie kit because she's got amazing fancy boxes that really help supplement the kit on its own, and you don't have to do very much because there are so many options. But Nicole does a really good job at just using like the actual boxes, like third boxes, quarter boxes, and half boxes. And I have come a long way from, like, I stopped doing that so long ago that I don't know how to do it anymore. Like I feel like I don't like how it looks, and my spreads look so bad and boxy, and I don't like it. And it was also challenging because with how white spacey her spreads are, she manages to pull in super like squared off boxes nicely with all the white space. I hope that makes sense. Like I feel like I have to use fancy boxes or different shapes to achieve that white space look. Otherwise, things look too boxy for me, and I end up butchering the whole clean look. I hope that makes sense. But that's something that she does very well, is pulling in boxes that come with the kit versus supplementing with a lot of other fancy boxes from other shops. And I've always admired that about her. I think she does a great job at just utilizing what's offered. But me, I don't have any chill. I don't know how to stop. Before we get to the next questions, I want to talk about some other things and techniques that I tried to do that were very inspired by Nicole. So she uses a lot of planning world icons in her spreads, and unfortunately, I don't have as large of a Planning World icon collection because I think by the time I tried to get a lot of her $2 Tuesdays, she went on a little hiatus. So I hope she comes back soon. I know that Nicole talks about that too, but she does love using Planning World icons, and I tried to pull that in as well because of her. And unfortunately, I didn't have a lot in silver, so I struggled. Like I really did. I also struggled in remembering again that Tao includes colored icons that come with her kits, which I don't know why I keep doing this, but I was so focused on trying to do the challenge, I think I kind of forgot again. So I went back and changed some of the icons that I pulled in on the first half and then pulled in like the colored icons. So everything was kind of cohesive. Okay, the other thing, like I said earlier, is I tried not to write on camera, or I tried to put the stickers down first. And as you can see here, I did a wonderful job at reverting back to my old ways, and I wrote on the first thing, and I was like, stop it, Rachel, stop. I also feel like, so like I said earlier, she uses a lot more white space than I do, and I really tried to maximize that kind of technique throughout this entire spread, and I think that's really what I was running off of, because that's what I think about when I think about her spreads and her style. She also does a lot of floral layering over icons. So I know with me, I feel like I layer florals behind the icons, but Nicole does a lot of layering over, and I love that about her style. I don't do it enough, and I try to more often, but I always forget, or I feel like I don't want to cut up like tiny pieces of floral. And I don't know, I feel like I kind of end up wasting them, or I try to use them and savor them for the trims and things that I do. Also, the thing that she does too is she uses a lot of the small pieces that she cuts up and she repurposes them. So I try to do that as well. And I'm like, oh gosh, like you need to use this behind something or stack it on to the side of something else to make it look fuller or something like that. She was certainly one of the first planners I saw that tried to use like every little scrap that she would cut up. And I think it was because at the time she only had like a couple of deco pieces or like deco pages that she would buy. And she would try to certainly maximize everything that she had. So really love that about what she does too. Also another thing is that she uses foiled accents and bows so much more simple than I do. As you can see, I try to use like a snowflake here and there, right? Like normally I would have like a ton of snowflakes here and there, more like everywhere. And I feel like she does just use like a snowflake or an accent very minimally. And I really like that. That's the right word. Okay, minimal. I feel like that's totally like what Nicole's style has always been for me, and that's what I really remember her as, especially when I watched her for so long, is she has a very simple and minimal style. And I know she did plan in like rings as well too. So I know that some of Nicole's recent posts on Instagram are not up to date. I think she has like a couple of spreads that she did on YouTube, and I know this because I always watch her YouTube videos. So some of her more recent YouTube videos and spreads, she uses garlands and banners a lot, especially in corners, and that really did reinvigorate my love for garlands and stuff. If you guys know, I use garlands a lot, but then I think I kind of like fell off the wagon a little bit and just stopped using them as much. And then I remember just watching a lot of her spreads, and she does use them a lot in corners, very minimally, and I try to do that as well. And also the every other day kind of deco and the day covers. I remembered when she just kind of got into day cover deco as well. She talked about like trying to do a lot more trendy things, and I just remember that she always would talk about doing something that was more simple because she was getting into it, and I was like, yeah, like I love that. I love the idea of just trying to keep it more simple, but again, I don't know simple, right? I don't know how to do that. So I tried, Nicole. I just want you to know I tried, and I failed. I'm sorry. I failed at making my day cover simple. I don't know how to do that. But I think it was pretty balanced because I think my day covers were really busy and like fun, and then like, you know, crazy looking because there's a lot going on up there, but my columns were very white space and minimal. So I tried to achieve something, and I hope I did a good job. I really hope I made you proud, Nicole. Seriously, if you're listening to this, I'm sad if I didn't. Like, I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay. All right. So the other questions, let's see. Okay. So these other questions are not really related to the spread. Oh no, are you doing any Secret Santas with friends, family, coworkers, etc. this year? No, I am not. I don't know the last time I did one. I think it was probably when I had like an actual work function, but I work from home, so my company's spread all over the country, so we can't really come together. Okay, so the next question is, what's something you did for Christmas or a tradition that you miss? I remembered when I was younger with my brothers, we would always make peanut butter cookies, and I loved doing like the crisscross look with the fork. I always pushed my brothers aside and grabbed the fork first because I wanted to be the one that did it. I remember that very vividly, and I would always get upset if I couldn't do it. No, I wasn't mean. I was a really sweet kid, but that was something that I wanted. That was my job. Okay. Like I didn't want to share that responsibility. I also loved, you know, putting like the Hershey Kiss on the peanut butter cookies. That was also really nostalgic. And I loved that. I can still like smell the cookies. So crazy. Let's see. Is there something new you're doing for the holidays or Christmas this year? Nothing really new. I'm pretty much a homebody, so we're not really doing much. We're not traveling. We're just going to stay in and do something chill and simple at the house. So that's really fun and exciting. Also, with COVID going on, I think it's just safer in general. And the last question is, what's a gift you're excited to give this year? So my little sister has been super into makeup, and I'm excited to give her a gift that I think will make her incredibly happy. She's, you know, 16 years old. She's turning 17 soon, which is insane. But it's just really cool to reminisce and just see her being like a teenage girl, you know, super girly, like into that kind of stuff. She's talking about her crushes, and it's just so sweet and innocent. I love it. And I can't wait to, you know, spoil her with makeup. And I just think it's going to be really exciting. Another thing that I'm excited to give is I always send money to my family in the Philippines every holiday. And it's nice to see like photos of how they decorate and how they celebrate, because my family in the Philippines always goes all out when they celebrate for Christmas, and it's always a party. So I love that I can be a part of that from a distance. Anyways, that is everything. Here is the kit I'm going to give away. Remember to check the description bar below. to enter and then how to enter, and here are the deco pieces I'm going to add to supplement as well. So thank you so much for watching this. Nicole, I hope I did the spread justice. I hope I was able to kind of pull inspo from you, and I hope, you know, my vision kind of came to fruition. But thank you so much to all of the lovely ladies that did this collab, and thanks Lauren for putting this together. I appreciate you all watching. Happy holidays. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.